we are trying to, we've progressed significantly on this issue with our friends in the House, and we're trying to develop a system that doesn't add a lot of new licenses to the process, but yet begins the process of turning a lot of this over to private hands. We think we can do that in a fashion that makes sense. The one concern I've had, and I think a lot of people have had through this, is, what do you do with the people who are currently invested into the system, whether it be beer or restaurants, whatever, have paid for licenses of significant amount, and then, you're careful not to devalue those. I had a gentleman out at Juniata County, a beer distributor, and said to me, gee, Senator, I lived all my life working at Rite Aid, got my 401k, and I invested in this business. This is my retirement, and you're going to devalue my license. I'm going to be out in the cold here, and so I'm sensitive to that. I mean, those were the laws of the day, and that's what they invested in. So I think Senator McElhaney's approach, which is a smart one, is to try to work within the current system licensees and not flood the market with a bunch of new licenses. But at the same time, begin to turn over a lot of the services for selling of wine and spirits towards private hands. And then begin to closing down stores when you can do that. But areas that maybe the private hands aren't as significant, in rural areas, so to speak, you can leave some of these stores open, and then possibly even start going to a store inside a store model. Like I represent Snowshoe, which is a small town right on Interstate 80 that has a 3-day-a-week liquor stores, which the LCB's been trying to close for years because it loses money. And I keep telling them, no, because you're a monopoly, and you got to provide service for everywhere when you're a monopoly, and so therefore you need to keep this open. And they have, but there's no reason why they can't look for the local IGA or something like that and put a store inside that store, right. Use their shelf space, which would be good for them because we obviously drawing traffic to the place. They had to pay a fee for that. We have to legalize that, but it goes. But then we wouldn't be losing money at the state. And so these are sort of ideas that I think we're trying to move forward on. We're looking at the wholesale. Possibly leasing it and then moving towards an ultimate divestiture. So we've progressed significantly with the House, and hopefully maybe as early as next week we'll have something we can unveil and begin to move forward on.